Welcome back to another episode of the Bournemouth Career Mode here. Second episode of Season 4. The last episode we brought in some backup players for our bench, bringing in Serginho Dest for our starting 11, and selling some Deadwood players. We are now in the Premier League after losing 5-4 in the Community Shield to Tottenham. We have Newcastle, Burnley, and Manchester City to kick our season off, and then a trip to Sheffield Wednesday in the Carabao Cup as we look to defend our trophy from last season. Let's get into the first game of the episode quickly against Newcastle and try and start our season off strong here.
And it is a day of renewal, the first game of the Premier League.
Let's get into it. First game of the season, we got to kick it off strong. I think we've lost all 3 opening games. Let's see if we can change that in the 4th season here. I really want to get into the top 4, top 5 this season for sure. Nkosi, Giorena in for Nkosi into Eddie and Ketia. He kicks the season off. It's 1-0 for Bournemouth.
How about the short corner? And a useful cross. Still not clear.
Bruno Guimaraes shot blocked by Nkosi. Still there with them. Martinez, Kimpembe,
Zaniolo.
Joe Willock,
Big chance to get
Solari. It's 1-1 going to the break.
and a debut goal to boot. It doesn't get pointed with that. So the ball is running.
Oh, Reina. Reina breaks through. Reina, Giorena, Eddie and Ketia. Gonna get a corner right before halftime. It's gonna be Marquinhos to whip it in. In for McAllister on the header. No, the keeper will gather up, and now will be halftime.
That's it. We've reached the halfway point.
Hermoso, Bruno Guimaraes 2-1 for Newcastle. They take the lead.
Much to the sheer delight of the fans.
Awainai for Wrench. Wrench in for Nkosi. Nkosi into Eddie. Eddie into McAllister. McAllister, it's 2-2. It's a quick response and level here. And we will make our first substitution. Reina will come off for Gittins. And Jelavic will come on for Yunus Musa. Zanilo. Zanilo's through, and Newcastle have the lead again. It's 3-2, Joe Willock. Santos into Nketiah. Nketiah trying to break through. Santos might get to the second ball. He will. Santos, Nketiah. Nketiah back out to Santos. He's onside. Santos, McAllister, Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah makes it 3-3. Another quick response. We're back to level terms with 6 minutes left to go. 4 minutes left to go. And KO actually come off of for Fofana. And here come Newcastle. Newcastle's through. Off of the post. Cleared off the line. And we will survive this game. It's a 3-3 draw here against Bournemouth. We probably should have won at the end if it wasn't Santos. If that was Marquinhos, it probably would have been 4. But the 3-3 draw, moving on to the next game. And we will bring in free agent Diego Tapia, a cam that is 79 overall at 19 years old. He could honestly battle for that starting spot over Nkosi early on into the season. Obviously, Nkosi, I do like him a lot. He is a great player. But if Tapia is better, then Tapia is just better. It's just how it is. It's how life works. So we do have a backup cam now for free. And we will play Burnley in this game. I'm going to rotate the team slightly, just a little bit. I'm going to give Gittins his start. I'm also going to give Fofana his start in the season, as well as Santos, a new fresh front 3 for this game, as well as starting Jelavic over Yunus Musa.
as our hosts are concerned, it was a good start to the season.
Let's see how this front three can do. Obviously, Burnley a team that we should be winning. Maybe I'm taking them a little bit too lightly with the front three, but the front three that's playing ain't too bad. We do have Sheffield Wednesday in the week. Probably should have played those against these guys. But McAllister finds Fofana, shot blocked, and Kosi on the rebound, saved. Still in. McAllister might be able to win the second ball. He doesn't. Jelavic, I guess he wins that. And then Kosi loses the ball. Fofana out wide to Gittins. Gittins out wide for Santos, in for Fofana. He might be offside. It's 1-0 for now. And it's 1-0. Bournemouth score the opening goal. It's Fofana on the score sheet. Fofana keeps it in. Finding Santos. Finding McAllister. Getting shot blocked. Jelavic back in. Out wide now to Dest. Fofana. And Kosi. It's 2-0. And Bournemouth have the lead. And Kosi doesn't want to get dropped at all. And it's going to be 2-1 unless the keeper can save it. He can't. It's a mistake from clearing it. And it's 2-1 right before going to the break. Wrench wins the ball off the kickoff now. Wrench can find Gittins out wide. Gittins, you have the pace and the skill, but you find Kosi instead, who finds Fofana to make it 3-1. And that's a brace miss from Fofana. And Kosi. And Kosi has it up the field. McAllister through. He might get there. Keeper's not coming out. That's a dumb mistake for them. It's 4-1. Keeper should have came out. And McAllister, he has a brace, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's 4-1 now. Silva will win the header. Out to Gio. Gio Reyna cutting it up. Gio Reyna has the pace against these tired defenders. And he's going to use it to his advantage. Gio Reyna. Gio Reyna. Fofana for his hat trick. 5-1. And that's game over. A 5-1 thrashing against Burnley. As we go into the midweek battle against Sheffield Wednesday, and then obviously Manchester City in the league as well. It's a good debut. It's a good hat trick for Fofana for this season. A fully, well, a 9-player fully rotated team here. Gittins, Alves gets his first start of the club. And Kelly is actually in the reserves. We have Fofana on the bench. Santos out wide. Tapia gets his first start. Jelavic and Reese in the midfield. Guajardo gets his first start of the season with Vega and Silva as a center back pairing. Rico Lewis back in the starting 11. And obviously our only keeper, Dean Henderson. Against Sheffield Wednesday in the Carabao Cup. I want to win this again. So if I have to jump in, I will. And Alves scores. It's 1-0 for Bournemouth. Gittins gets his first goal for the club. It's 2-0. Alves with the brace. It's 3-0. Tapia gets on the score sheet. It's 4-0. And it's a 4-0 thrashing of our second team against Sheffield Wednesday. Let's get into the Man City game. Now, obviously, Man City hasn't been in the Premier League this whole entire career mode. This is their first season back into it. And obviously, they still have an insane team. They're finally starting to sell and buy some players, obviously. They probably weren't able to do that down in the lower leagues. Let's get into it. Our strongest team. And let's see what we can do against possibly league title challengers for this season. Obviously, another threat for us this season. Let's see what we can do. All the shadows. I gotta start remembering to do that because the shadows make it so terrible. Especially when it's like half-half like that. Gio Reyna in for Nketiah. Now can't find Nkosi. Obviously, we beat Manchester City last season to reach the FA Cup final. See if we can beat them again in our only ever second time facing off against them. Dest and Kosi, Gio Reyna. Over the top for Eddie and Kea. Shot saved. McAllister can't win a second ball. Reyna and Kosi and Kea, he's through. Santos can't catch up with him. Diaz can't catch up with him. And then Kea finds the backer, and then it's 1-0 for Bournemouth. We catch Manchester City out on the counter, and it's 1-0. Reyna and Kosi and Kea. Over the top for Marquinhos. He catches out the defender. Marquinhos on his left foot to make it 2. It's a beautiful goal. And it's a double against Bournemouth. Silva. Marquinhos. Over the top for Eddie and Kea. Might be too hit. He might be able to catch Diaz. He does. Diaz can't catch up to him. And Reyna on the rebound. It's 3-0. And Kea did well to get the shot off. Ederson did well to get the save off, but right into the path of a Gio Reyna header, and it's 3-0 in the first half. Silva wins the ball. Hermoso finds Dest. Now into McAllister. McAllister out wide to Nkosi. Nkosi into Nketiah, who's on a... No, he's not on a hat-trick. He should be on a hat-trick. A whole front three scored, actually. That's kind of insane. I love that. Holland, Foden, Phillips, Holland. It's 3-1. They get one right back. 5 minutes before halftime. I was so close to be able to sim the second half here, but now I'm not going to be able to. Silva, Holland, Phillips, Holland, Foden, 2-0, not 2-0, 3-2. They're 1 goal right away from getting back into it. They're flipping this game on its head. We got to slow it down and play our game. McAllister, Marquinhos loses the ball. He will win the ball back though. Marquinhos now. Marquinhos, can you find Eddie and Kea? He can. And Kosi, shot saved. McAllister, Reyna, Musa, and Kosi. Can he find? No, he can't, but it'll fall to Gio Reyna. Gio Reyna, and for McAllister, first time finish, saved by the keeper. Reyna off for Gittins. Fofana not on. Instead, Tapia on for Nkosi. And do I bring on Fofana? No. McAllister on the corner. Marquinhos on the header off of Ederson's hands into the back of the net. It's 4-2. And we have a little bit more of a cushion now. We have Tottenham next. Fuck's sake. Grealish in for Holland. It's 4-3. 6 minutes left. Musa might win the ball back. No. Phillips. Grealish. Foden. Hermoso's there. Keeper clears. And that might be it. Marquinhos won't win the header, but it won't matter. It's a 4-3 win against Manchester City. Obviously, they're not starting the season off well, but they will be one to fight for later on in the season. I'm not even questioning it, but it's a massive 4-3 win. And we end the episode here in second after 3 games. Where last season, I'm pretty sure we went 0 for 3 almost. I believe we haven't started the season off this well. All career mode. But we're currently second. Everton, who's had a perfect start, going down or looking a little bit rocky at the moment. Crystal Palace, Middlesbrough, Man City is down there as well as United, obviously 1-1-1. Arsenal 2-1. They're starting off just as well as us. When we come back, we have the Europa League beginning here. We have Rangers in our group. We also have, I can't say that name, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Victoria. No, it's Lech Poznan, and then Galatasaray. We also have Arsenal early on in the Carabao Cup round 3. If I'm not mistaken, this is round 3. So we will take them on next episode as well, possibly. Actually, yeah, because we'll probably end up playing Tottenham, Rangers, and then Arsenal. I will see y'all then. Go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.